So I think Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is definitely a great game to benchmark, especially since this game only runs at 1024 by 768 for whatever reason. So let's get into this benchmark video of the R9 390X, which has an MSI cooler, I believe, on it. And I have an unboxing on it on my channel if you want to check it out too. But today, let's play some games on it and see how it runs. And not at 4K, unfortunately. So as you can kind of see here, I could run my TV at 4K. Wow, I'm really dark whenever there's so much white. But the TV will run at 4K with HDMI 1.4 that the R9 390X has. And let's just, don't really want to move my camera, but you guys can see that. Where it's 4K is on there, but whenever I do it to 4K, it's just 30 hertz, and nobody wants to do that. So because of that, we're just going to do 1080p. I was going to try to do like maybe, 1440p or something, but for some reason, at least with HDMI 1.4, it just will not do 1440p on my TV at 60 hertz. So we're just going to go with 1080p at 60 hertz, unfortunately, but whatever. So as you guys can see over here, I have MSI Afterburner opened. I've been using that a lot more recently. I like it a lot, just even for showing FPS, because NVIDIA cards, you can get FPS with the GeForce Experience, I think, which is what it's called. I don't have that, of course, on here, so on an AMD card, so I'm just using the MSI Afterburner. I haven't been doing any overclocking. If you guys really want me to do overclocking, let me know in the comment section. But I haven't really considered it too much, to be honest, just because, And I guess the AMD cards really don't overclock that much anyway. I mean, Linus Tech Tips just came out with a video on the R9 390X. Today I'm actually making this video, but probably later on in the future whenever you're watching this video. And apparently that card really doesn't overclock that much at all, which is pretty shitty, but whatever. So yeah, I got this game installed on my new SSD, by the way. This computer has a solid-state drive. The game itself is actually on a it's on a hard drive. It's on a solid-state hybrid drive actually. But yeah, so let's go to graphics. It's windowed borderless. It's actually 1920 by 1200. I guess that's just what windowed borderless does instead of 1080p. Let's see. I have FXAA turned off. Or turned on. I'm going to turn on MSAA. VSync is turned off just to see how many frames we can get. All these things are, all the population things are turned up. And then everything else is on high. And we'll turn reflection MSAA at 2. Grass quality we'll do high. And I think we'll do everything on high. Of course we have to restart the game. But we'll see, we'll play some online and see if the game will actually play a high, and see how that works. Now, since this is just 1080p, of course, it should run on high. I mean, I'm going to be pretty disappointed if it doesn't. I'm already really disappointed with this card because it doesn't have HDMI 2.0, so by the way, just a heads up, if you're looking at the R9, or really any AMD card, none of them have HDMI 2.0 on them, which is really, really disappointing. HDMI 2 is I think it's a new standard that's coming out. It allows for 4K at 60 hertz, so plenty more options there. And none of the AMD cards, not even the Fury cards have it, which is so stupid. And like you guys saw in my review, hopefully, this adapter, which Amazon wants me to keep for some reason, this display to HDMI 2.0 adapter actually isn't HDMI 2.0, which is really disappointing. Looks 120-ish, around there. My GPU is at 71 degrees, by the way, which is honestly pretty warm, let's be honest. 71 degrees is pretty toasty. Okay, we're out on the streets, and our frames per second dropped quite a bit, significantly actually. It looks like we're, wow, dipping down into the 50s, which is a little bit disappointing. The temperature of the GPU actually went down to 60-some degrees too, but wow, yeah, my frames really aren't doing that super hot for the fact that I'm on 1080p and not 4K. And by the way, I usually do these benchmarks in 4K if you are used to my channel. Of course I'm just doing this one at a 1080p, which is really disappointing. Whenever I'm so up close to a TV like this, you can really tell that it's 1080p and not 4K. Oh my god, it's pretty damn easy to tell. But if you do want to do 4K on an R9 390X, then you will need to do it via DisplayPort. If you can get a DisplayPort to HDMI 2.0 adapter, then you can do it HDMI. But as far as I see, you can only do it through a DisplayPort. So that's kind of crappy. Look who's calling me again! I actually just got a comment on one of my old videos, and the guy was like, if you want to get more viewers, you should stop cursing at fictional characters. I'm like, bitch, you want to go suck my dick? God damn, I'm fucking telling jokes. I don't know. I mean, it's not actually telling jokes over here, but I mean, fuck. Why do you take everything so seriously, you stupid internet trolls? God damn. Although the majority of you commenters out there are awesome, so keep commenting on my videos, because I really appreciate it when you guys don't say something stupid on my videos, which the majority of you guys don't. So good job there. Look who's calling me again, Lester. Okay, Lester, why don't you go fuck yourself? Okay, guys. I think it's time to up the ante. So let's go ahead and turn everything up to very high, where it should be on 1080p. A card like this should easily be able to handle very high and ultra on pretty much everything. You know, GTA's location of all their notifications just totally clashes with the MSI Afterburner, which really sucks. But now that we're outside of the apartment, we're getting actually pretty similar frames to what we're getting with regular, just high, even though now it's very high. We're getting in the mid-50s, bumping up to 60, sometimes going to 70 it looks like. So maybe that means I should turn every single thing up. What do you guys think? Okay, so basically everything is all the way up on the regular graphics menu, and we're using 3.4 gigabytes of the 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory that's available on the R9 390X. So that's pretty cool. It's nice that it comes with that additional 4 gigabytes because you got plenty of headroom in the whole memory department. Let's go ahead and turn all this crap on too. What is frame scaling mode? Does anybody know what it is? Because if I turn it all the way up, I use 9 gigabytes of memory. I go from using 4.3 gigabytes to 9. That's fucking crazy. So I'm just gonna leave that off. That sounds pretty fucking intense. Okay. So we're using a shit ton of everything. Oh, whoops. Oops, turn the radio off. No. Okay, guys, that dropped our frames a lot. Okay, so we were running in the 60s to 70s with everything at very high and ultra. Now that I turned literally everything up, we are getting 30 frames per second, which is pretty disappointing. I'll tell you what. I mean, it is a modern game and everything, but goddamn, at 1080p, which really isn't too demanding of a resolution, I would kind of wish that this thing would be able to get me 45 frames per second, and it's definitely pretty constant in the mid to low 30s, which is, you know, I suppose it is playable, so that's cool, I guess. But what that basically tells me is that this card is not suited for 4K, both the fact that it doesn't have HDMI 2.0, and also the fact that it just doesn't really have enough graphics horsepower. And it seems like definitely that 8 gigabytes of memory that it comes with might give the card a little bit more usability in some situations, but it's going to be a little bit tough to use all that memory if you really ask me. So, by the way, Lester keeps calling me, so I don't know what's up with that. But, that 8 gigabytes of memory, you know, it's cool that they give you it, but it seems like it's going to be hard to use it. Maybe if you just get a bunch of texture packs on games. Goddamn, I'm just... what's going on here? I don't know. Maybe if you get a bunch of texture packs, you'd be able to utilize that memory without, I don't know, going overboard on using the processor. But I'm just wrecking everywhere, and it's not that great. Oh, we're actually getting 40 frames per second whenever Lester called. Maybe Lester is our, I don't know, maybe he's our saving grace or something. Although he's actually a pain in the ass, so, yeah. Alright guys, and we're gonna go ahead and get in a race and just, you know, see when we're in a race, if the frames hold up, or maybe if they get better. I mean, like I was just showing, they actually bumped up in the mid-40s, which is The mid-40s is pretty playable in my opinion. I mean, I know, you know, 60 frames per second is definitely a sweet spot, and even above that's pretty great too if you have a good monitor. But 45 is definitely playable in my opinion, at least for some games. If you're playing like CSGO or something, you probably want 60 frames per second. But if you're playing something like this, it's alright, you know. Okay, look at my badass self. Yeah. Okay, we got a carbon fiber bike. Okay, well, let's see if I can actually get the boost, because I heard that whenever I'm supposed to accelerate whenever it says go. So I'm going to try that. Oh, I got it. Oh my god, you guys are awesome at tips. Holy shit, you guys are freaking sweet. So we're in front of this guy by a lot, which is cool. Maybe we can actually win a race while I'm doing a benchmark video. That'd be awesome. I really am not... I don't know. I don't believe myself. I don't think I can win, but maybe we can do it. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to do this whole race or cut it up. Maybe I'll cut up a couple of the boring parts. But, yeah, cool stuff. Let's go. Oh, shit. See you, dude. Oh, I guess I might as well update you guys on the frames per second, because that's kind of the whole idea of this video. We're getting actually around 40 frames per second, which, like I said, is kind of playable. It is dipping down into the lower 30s, which is pretty noticeable, which that's kind of disappointing. But it's really not... It's not like I am begging to lower the settings or anything, so that's cool. This guy is right behind me though, and I need to win this race. Fuck you, dude! No, man! No! You spicy banana man? Is that what your name is? What the fuck? Shit, that girl had an afro. Damn, girl. Okay. Shit, come on. Come on, man! Why do I always have to play the good people? What the fuck, man? By the way, I can very easily tell that, this card is making my room a lot hotter. Oh look, we lost. Woo! But the card is 72 frames per, or 72 degrees Celsius. Hot. And I can tell it pretty easily. So yeah, I got second place. That was actually a really short race. That's kind of perfect for a video like this. But, oh look, we're actually getting 50 frames per second, but, realistically, this card, if you turn everything up in GTA 5, and you're playing on 1080p, unfortunately, no 4K, oh, we got another guy in here. Sorry, dude, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I got shit to do. I gotta make this video. Okay. But yeah, frames per second. If you have everything up 1080p GTA 5, you're gonna get lower 30s to mid 40s frames per second range, which is okay. You know, of course, I guess I never mentioned my processor or anything. It's an AMD FX 8350. Some people tell me this is bottlenecking, some people tell me it's not. Regardless, I mean, it's probably about the same performance of a quad-core Intel processor. I mean, let's be honest. It's an 8-core AMD. It's about the same, like maybe like an i5 or something. It's probably about the same, you know, speed-wise. So if you have an Intel i5 or something, expect that kind of frames per second with an R9 390X. And really, processor doesn't make a big difference, so those trolls need to shut the fuck up. And Lester, you need to shut the fuck up. Fuck you, Lester. What do you want to say, Lester? Oh, we gotta talk about heists. He tells me about heists every fucking time I open up this game. What the fuck? But anyways, thank you guys for checking out this benchmark video. Look at this car. Ooh, I'm gonna jack that shit. Give me that shit, motherfucker. Give me that Inferno. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this benchmark video. If you thought it was crappy, let me know about it in the comment section and let me know I could do better. I could still do the lighting better, but honestly, I got so much shit to do that I can't really set up lighting. I never have enough time. Besides that, if you guys want to drop a like on this benchmark video, you know, do that. And also, like I said earlier, if you guys want me to overclock these graphics cards and see maybe how high I can overclock them, or see if that actually helps out my frames, then, you know, let me know about that in the comment section as well. But beyond that, you guys have a great motherfucking day, and I'll see you later. Peace out. I wrecked. Woo! Oh yeah, and if you guys want me to play Five Nights at Freddy's 4, let me know about that in the comment section too.